Okay, here's a quick video to show you the audio quality or lack of quality I get from this IP camera and my main reason for sending it back, despite the fact that it actually arrived damaged because it's got a chip in the top right and a huge scratch underneath. If you've just watched the previous video, then you've seen that there's a scratch going straight across the top and then there's a chip just there, which is going to lead to rusting of it before it's due, basically, because it's going to be outside. So my main reason for sending this back is the terrible intercom, which is, like I say, its big selling feature is that it's got an intercom. So right now we've got the app open on my other mobile phone. We're going to go to audio settings so I can show you that everything is up to 100%. Input volume 100%, output volume 100%. Output volume, that's the sound that should be coming out of this. It's at 100%. We'll click the mic setting. And again, everything's up to 100%, input volume, output volume. So now, what we're going to do is go to the camera, which is just here, and it's just looking at this box over here. And we're going to click it. So as you can see, it's loaded up. That's a live feed right now. So if I put my hand in front of it, as you can see, this is all live. So on the app, we've got the option of turning off audio. As you can see, there's an audio icon just there. Now if I turn that on, we get a little bit of feedback. So I'm going to just move away while I actually do this, because when I hit this, I've got the option of doing a microphone push to talk. Now the sound that you're actually hearing is coming out my mobile phone. So that's where the feedback's coming from. It isn't actually coming from the camera. So all that sound is coming from my mobile. Now what I'm going to do is quickly just put this close to my mouth to speak through it. And you listen out over here. Let's see if you can actually hear anything. I'm putting the phone pretty close to the camera now. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. 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 Now I'm not sure if you can hear how terrible that sounds, or how much you're probably having to really turn up your volume to hear it, but it's dreadful. Right now, like I say, let's just move across here, and I'll do that once more. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. 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 Testing, testing. Now I'm practically... That's coming through my phone. Now I'm practically got the phone right up to my mouth to even, to really try and get the sound to come through. You're not going to do that if, at the end of the day, the microphone, well, the internal speaker on this is terrible. Now I'm not sure if it's just this particular one that I've got a faulty one, but if you was intending, as I was, to place this outside your house, say overlooking your car for instance, and you wanted to be able to, tell people not to park on your front if, like I have, you've got, disabled access, and you want to be able to tell people, to move their vehicle, nobody's going to hear you. Not through this camera. Not with the sound whacked up to 100% and being as poor quality as that. I'm struggling to hear it in the kitchen. So outside where you've got cars going past, people talking, nobody's going to hear the audio coming through this. And the intercom's the big selling feature of this particular camera. And it's useless in my opinion. On my camera that I've got here right now, it is useless. So it's going back. I'm really disappointed because I've never had a product that's failed to deliver so, spectacularly as this has. Now the image quality, great. It's got a really wide angle camera. You can see quite a lot of the scene. But if you can't actually, talk to people as intended through this. Let's just try this once more because it's really beginning to grate on me. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. 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 So as you can see, feedback. That's feedback through my mobile. And as you can hear, my mobile's a hell of a lot louder than this thing is. And, you know, but like I say, this is why I've done this video. I wish somebody had posted a video of the audio quality or lack of quality when I was looking to buy this camera. Because if I'd heard, you know, what it was like, I wouldn't have bothered buying it in the first place. For me, like I say, I wanted to integrate it with my smart home setup and be able to talk through the camera to people on the front. I was even going to have one over the front door. So, you know, it could have saved me getting up to the front door. I've got a video doorbell, but, you know, this would have been an extra integration I could have set up. I could have had the computer talk through it and greet guests and all kinds of crazy stuff. But when you can't hear, you know, anything that's coming through this thing, well, it's just useless, in my opinion. For me, it's useless, so it's going back. To the seller that sold me this, get back to me and let me know if this is normal of the poor audio quality of the intercom feature, or whether I've just had, you know, an unlucky shipment to get a camera that has a nice, ugly chip in the top corner, scratched all under the inside of the bottom, and then the audio is just as terrible as this. Oh, and I got a 2-pin EU plug sent with it when your listing actually showed a 3-pin UK plug. So if I just, you know, had an unlucky experience here, if so, then I'm happy to grab another camera, check it out. If the audio quality is a lot better on that and a lot louder and you can actually hear it and it's fit for purpose, then by all means, you know, I'll gladly grab a replacement. But if this is, you know, typical of this camera and most people just aren't using the intercom and that's why they've not left no feedback on it, then, you know, you can have it back. And yeah, we'll just wrap it up there. So I had to do this video before I sent it back. I wanted the seller to actually see the reason I'm sending it back, and it's because as great as the images on the camera, you know, and it has got other good features, you know, I'm not going to completely knock it, but in this case, you've sent me a damaged camera, and then a camera that doesn't do the one thing that I wanted it to do, which was allow the intercom function. You know, I'd have gladly, you know, replaced all my existing IP cameras with these if it had done what it said on the box, which was to allow an intercom function. It doesn't. The intercom function's useless. I wouldn't even bother advertising that if I was the seller, because if people are buying it for the intercom function, they are going to be disappointed. I was enough to be sending this back. Alright, thank you for checking out this video. It's not often that I actually do a video where I'm actually that disappointed by a product, but I actually send it back to the seller and do the seller a video. But in this case, I had to make this exception. So feel free to check out my other videos. If you're setting up a smart home, then you can see the kind of things you can do with a smart home through my other videos. And the next time I get a product that actually works and does what it says on the tin, then I'll be letting you know about that and you can go out there and get it yourself. But in this case, until I hear from the seller and they tell me that this is just, you know, a bad experience for me, and, you know, that's not typical of the audio intercom, of the audio on the intercom, then for me, this wraps this up. I'm not doing my whole home in these cameras. All right, see me into it here. Bye for now.